name is Allan Giberti. I'm from West Warwick, and I'm the president of the Log Cabin Republicans of Rhode Island. For those of you who don't know, we are the original and largest LGBT conservative and straight allies organization, and we basically support fairness, freedom, and equality for all Americans. The testimony to advocate for my community, and what I'm going to say isn't new. Gun control does, and it will have deadly consequences for the LGBT community. And the fact that I have to make the same case with the same facts, quite frankly, is disgusting. How anybody can knowingly introduce legislation that will cause more deaths is beyond me. Many people have touted themselves as allies of the LGBT community, and yet here we are with another feckless version of a hate crime law. And here are the statistics. The number of hate crimes committed in the U.S. rose for 2 consecutive years. Violence against the trans community is real. Last testimony that I gave, we already had the first. We are now up to the second trans person killed this year. The LGBT community is 2 to 3 times more likely to be violently attacked than any other marginalized group in the United States. What you need to understand is that if you're gay or transgender, you simply can't hope that laws are going to protect us, because they won't. We can't rely on more impotent legislation such as hate crime laws and anti-discrimination legislation. All it does is provide a false sense of security. It gets people killed and keeps career politicians employed. What you're doing here today with these bills is just an extension of that. It is nothing short of voting to restrict our ability to equally defend ourselves. That is not equality, it is discrimination. Last April 2018, I asked Representative Jason Knight, when he introduced the assault weapons ban of 2018, I asked him, if I was an 18-year-old transgender woman, how would I defend myself? He replied, he hears what I'm saying, it's a hypothetical, it's a real hypothetical, it's a real scenario, it could happen. And all these bills, everything that is here is a policy choice. So my life, the lives of the LGBT community, and any marginalized group who finds themselves the target of frequent violent crime, the fate of our lives lies in a policy choice. It has been almost a year, and I have asked many legislators, why are they putting forward bills that are going to hurt the LGBT community and any other marginalized groups? All I have heard is silence. Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because if you acknowledge that there is a problem with this legislation, that it will indeed leave members of the LGBT community at a deadly disadvantage in an already uneven playing field, it should cause every single one of you to pause and question, when did it become acceptable to trade one set of lives for another? When did it become acceptable to toss the youngest and vulnerable members of our society to the wolves in order to appease the masses? Because of what we do here today, because many, many more people are watching, especially this time around. We should be educating the LGBT community about being responsible gun ownership, not actively disarming us. Armed gays do not get bashed. The shooting at the Pulse nightclub, which many like to talk about, which 49 people lost their lives and 53 others were wounded, was the largest and deadliest attack on the LGBT community. Passage of legislation such as this, which strips our ability to equally defend ourselves, is the next. We will not go back, and we will not comply. Thank you.